here with Daniel. He's about 15 or 16, but he's very handicapped with cerebral palsy and some mental problems. His health situation used to be very bad. His family didn't care for him. He was left on the ground. He goes to the bathroom everywhere, no clothes. But they're working with the family to teach him that he is still worth something and worth taking care of. So this is what we're doing.
Daniel.
Bien, Daniel.
C'est bien.
Ouais. Bien.
It's intriguing to find a way to say that there is a distinction for me as a Christian doing engineering. There's nothing immoral about a lot of engineering projects that I could work on that would be really cool and be really fun. My overall objective is to use the talents God gave me to help God's children. And whether that's helping His children of the students who are trying to develop the same skills, so mentoring them and working with them, or working on projects that are assisting people that everybody else ignores.
I'll always remember my time spent working on a project towards an end goal. To be able to work my classroom learning, my technical, conceptual, theoretical classroom learning into a hands-on practical purpose. To be able to see the joy on the face when we were able to give Malijwa his tricycle. Malijwa had been handicapped for a number of years due to an accident. We were actually able to give him an electric tricycle, and for the first time in 3 years, he was able to, under his own power, go out to his road and come back. And to be able to empower him to be the father figure rather than just the man who sat at the opening of his compound. That will never leave me.
World Vision in Mali asked us to explore the idea of helping them determine how accessible their wells and sanitation facilities were for local handicapped persons. We started having these town-village meetings with the handicapped people within each village, asking them what they thought about this issue, this challenge of being able to access water and sanitation facilities. And I remember at one meeting, there was a gathering of about 30 disabled people. And once we announced that we would be coming back to do this 3-year project, instantly the whole group erupted in rejoicing. And someone grabbed a drum, someone grabbed a traditional xylophone.
I mean, literally, right on the spot, people brought out musical instruments.
They started dancing and rejoicing.
And some of them didn't have the use of their legs, and they were moving around on their arms. It was just an incredible scene.
Most of these people were Christians, and they were thanking God for the fact that someone was going to come and listen to their stories and try to find answers for them in this area of water and sanitation and personal hygiene.
I worked at the Center for the Advancement of the Handicapped in a village called Madaga, and we worked with the teachers and the children at that school who are teaching kids who have disabilities.
We worked with the teachers there to try to understand their education system and what they want and how we could help them best. And we also worked with many of the children, including some that were visually impaired and blind, and some that were deaf from the ages of about 5 till 15.
In that society, if you have a disability, you're considered an outcast. So it's a great environment for them to be able to learn, and then the teachers are changing the perspectives of the villagers that are there. And then this past summer, we had created a summer enrichment program, and part of that program was having the students write a book about their own lives. We had them write sentences describing what their daily life was like, and then we went to their homes and took pictures of them, and then had them record their sentences. We put it all together in a digital format. That way the blind students could hear what the sentences were about, and the deaf students could read and see the pictures and the words. On the last day of our program, we had the parents come, and it was just an incredible experience for the kids to be able to see themselves, hear themselves, and see what they wrote on on the film. And then the parents were also very encouraged by it. One parent actually started crying and explained afterwards it was because her son hated school, really struggled in reading, and it was so empowering for her to see that he could write and could read when he was given extra help in learning how to do that. I will always remember the people that I met from Burkina Faso and just the dedication that the teachers have abroad to educating students who are considered outcasts by most of the people that they're living with. But they're taking a stand and are able to see that these kids are just like any other student, even though they may look different.
At the beginning, we felt that it would be helpful to our collaboratory group if we could engage Messiah students who also are challenged with physical disabilities. Stevie Bohm was one of these students. So at this larger meeting at this town we were visiting, where we had these dignitaries as well as the people with disabilities, I asked Stevie, as usual, if she would stand up first and share a bit of her story. And she stood up and started sharing her story. And the first thing she said was, she said, "I was born with cerebral palsy, but I have been handicapped all my life by the attitudes of my community." And you could have heard a pin drop, because those villagers, those who are disabled in their own communities, they can identify with that. That it really isn't their own physical limitations that have hindered them. It's been the challenging attitudes of their communities around them that have kept them away from the opportunities that are rightfully theirs as any citizen of any village, any province, or any country.
The Collaboratory is eye-opening,
Caring,
Transforming,
Rewarding,
life-changing,
Meaningful.
self-worth,
empowering.
a lot of hard work that's good work.
Merci, merci Jésus. Merci, merci Jésus. Merci, merci